Smarty Pants, guess who's on vacation? Nope, not me. I never take a break from smarting. But I see some folks who are definitely on vacation. That's because where I am is a great place to relax, cool off, and have fun. In fact, see if you can guess where I am. Ready? Go. Did you say the beach? Well done. What gave it away? Was it the seagulls, the kids playing, or... Yep, there is no mistaking the majestic sound of an ocean wave crashing against the shore. And speaking of ocean waves, I've got my boogie board greased and ready to go, and I'm about to jump into the surf. There's just one problem. Something doesn't seem right.
Huh?
For starters, there's hardly anyone in the water. And there's a yellow flag posted at the top of the lifeguard's chair. Usually, it's a green flag. What do you think it means, Smarty Pants? Maybe I'll ask the lifeguard what's up. Excuse me, sorry to bother you while you're on duty. I was just wondering if you could...
Sir, if you're going into the water, please hold on to your child's hand and only go in up to his knees. Sorry, you were saying something?
Yes, I was just wondering.
Miss, there's a yellow flag. You can't go out that far. You were saying?
Yes. The Smarty Pants and I were wondering about the significance of the yellow flag.
You and the Smarty Pants? Hey, wait a second. Is this Who Smarted? Are you the trusty narrator?
This is. And I am.
Oh, wow. Are you on vacation?
I don't get to take vacation.
Bummer. So you want to know about the yellow flag, huh?
Yeah, does it mean something's wrong? There's hardly anyone in the water, and you've already told 2 people.
Yellow flag, come closer.
3 people, not to go out too far. What does it mean?
I'm glad you asked. A yellow flag means swimmers should use extra caution due to the conditions of the water today.
Ah, I will say the waves do seem a little larger and choppier this afternoon.
Yep, the wind's picked up a lot. It's getting kind of rough out there.
I didn't realize the wind had something to do with creating the ocean's waves.
Something? Try everything to do with creating the ocean's waves. No wind, no waves. Hey, not so far.
Interesting. Hey, Smarty Pants, have you ever wondered why on one beach day everything seems calm, almost lake-like? And on other days, there are huge waves that sound like a roaring lion. So, what causes waves? How do celestial bodies like the sun and moon affect the ocean? And where on Earth can you find the biggest waves? It's time to dive into another whiff of science and history on...
Who smarted? Who smarted? Who's smart? Is it you? Is it me? Is it science or history? Listen up, everyone. We make smarting lots of fun on Who Smarted.
Oh, hey, Smarty Pants. For this special promo, I've journeyed to the land before time, way back to when dinos walked the earth. Let's see what I can see. Oh, I spot a Triceratops and a Torosaurus. I see an armored Ankylosaurus and a smaller theropod named Troodon and... Uh-oh, what's that noise in the bushes? It could be a hungry velociraptor, or a T-Rex, or...
Whoa! Hey, Trusty. What an awesome surprise seeing you here.
Looks like someone else loves dinos, too.
Blippi? Mika? I don't believe it. What are you two doing here in the late Cretaceous era?
Oh, Mika and I never miss a chance to see dinosaurs up close and personal.
Yep, this place is like a real-life Jurassic Park without the fences.
And without the danger, I hope.
Don't worry, Trusty. We do stuff like this all the time as part of our new podcast, Blippi and Mika's Road Trip.
Blippi and Mika's Road Trip? That sounds amazing. What's it about?
It's all about Mika and I exploring the world in our Blippi-mobile and learning new things at every stop, from the Amazon rainforest to the Arctic Circle.
Wow, that sounds like a wild ride. Hey, Smarty Pants, If you like adventure, check out Blippi and Mika's Road Trip podcast with my friends Blippi and Mika. Oh, sounds like the Smarty Pants are excited about your new show, Blippi and Mika.
Actually, that's a T-Rex standing behind you.
Don't run. Just walk slowly towards us.
Walking away slowly. Anyway, Smarties, be sure to join Blippi and Mika for each adventure on Blippi and Mika's Road Trip. Available wherever you listen to podcasts. You never know where they'll wind up next. Run! Psst. Hey, Smarty Pants. True or false? Ocean waves carry water from one spot to another. Did you say false? If you did, you're right.
Huh?
Yep, despite the illusion of water moving along and being carried by waves, it's actually just energy that is being transmitted and not the water itself.
Whoa.
I know. I couldn't believe it either. So I asked my friend Becky if we could join her on a trip out to the ocean on her research boat. Becky is what's known as a physical oceanographer. Much of her time is spent studying the physical conditions of the ocean, like its effects on the coastline, erosion issues, tides, and most definitely, waves.
Oh, nice. Ain't ended.
What do you say, Smarty Pants? You ready to hop aboard the Princess and the Sea and learn more about waves? Excellent. Oh, and if any of you listening are prone to getting seasick on the high seas, don't worry, there have been 0 reported incidents of getting seasick while listening to a podcast. Oh, but if you want to have more fun, you can feel free to rock back and forth a little while you listen to make it seem like you're in the ocean. Right, but don't do that if you get seasick. Anyway, come on. I see her loading gear onto her boat. Hey, Becky!
Hello, trusty narrator. I've been waiting for you. Welcome aboard the Princess and the Sea.
Wow, that is a nice big boat. Which is good, because I brought along a lot of Smarty Pants who want to learn about ocean waves.
Great. Welcome aboard, Smarty Pants. If one of you could just hand me that last box of instruments, we'll be on our way.
I got it. That's heavier than it looks. Here you go.
Thanks. All right, we're all loaded up. Let's head out to the sea. Trusty narrator, do I have to worry about you getting seasick?
Me? Nah, never. Never. Well, maybe once. You know, I'm actually going to take a Dramamine just in case. Okay, let's ride the waves. Bye, harbor. Bye, land. Bye, lunch.
Oh boy, you okay, trusty narrator?
Oh, yeah, I'll be fine. It just takes me a minute to get used to the... How are you doing, Smarty Pants? Everyone still feeling okay? Good. Are you rocking back and forth like you're on the ocean? Nice. So, Becky, why do people become seasick?
Seasickness actually starts in your inner ear, where your balance mechanism lives. The erratic or uneven movements of the boat, thanks to the waves, cause your body to bob up and down or move side to side. But because the boat is moving with you, to your eyes, things seem stable. This causes a brain-body conflict, and your brain sends out stress hormones to try and deal with it, which leads to nausea, sleepiness, or...
Okay, I'm good now. Wow, it sure is windy out here. The lifeguard at the beach told us the wind has a lot to do with how ocean waves are created.
Well, the lifeguard's right. The wind does have a lot to do with the formation of waves. Take a look. The waves you see around us are known as surface waves, and they're caused by the friction between wind and the surface of the water. As the wind blows along the surface of the water, it pushes the water up until it reaches its highest point, known as...
Ooh, Smarty Pants. What do you call the top of a wave? Is it the A, crest, B, aim, Or C, Colgate? Did you say crest? Great job!
After a wave crests, it goes back down and a new wave appears. The little valley between two crests is known as a trough. Oh, and to prove that waves don't actually carry water and simply move up and down, I've got a fun experiment we can do.
Sweet! The Smarty Pants love experiments, right?
Great! We'll use this circular life preserver for our test. You'll notice it has a long rope attached to it, and I've tied the other end to the railing of the boat. Trusty narrator, why don't you toss it overboard as far as you can? Just give it a nice toss.
Okay, here we go. Ugh. Now what?
Let's see if the Smarty Pants can guess what will happen next. Will the life preserver A, be carried away from the boat by a wave? B, stay right where it is, bobbing up and down? Or C, sink down to the bottom? If you said B, stay right where it is, you're right.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening. It's just bobbing up and down, even when a wave comes by. The wave picks it up and then sets it down without it really moving.
Exactly.
But wait, if waves don't move water, how come at the beach the waves push water, and me on my boogie board, towards the shore? Aren't they carrying tons of water?
It seems that way, but nope. It only appears that way because at the water's edge, the contour or shape of the seafloor slopes towards the beach, and the waves that would normally just rise and fall have run out of room. Remember when I mentioned earlier about the trough or valley between waves?
Sure.
Well, the trough collides with the sloping sand near the beach. It basically stops the bottom of the wave from moving forward, while the top of the wave, known as its crest, keeps moving forward. This causes the wave to lift up and pitch forward in a curling motion of energy, eventually crashing down.
I see. So that's why once I swim out past the breakers with my boogie board, I pretty much just stay in one place until I decide to ride one in.
That's exactly right.
What about tides? I always thought they had something to do with creating waves. Oh, and where can you find the biggest waves in the world?
Ooh, great questions.
Thanks, but just hold on to the answers until after this quick break. Hola, bonjour, hello, ni hao, ciao. Hey, Smarty fans, I'm learning to say hello in lots of different languages. Of course, learning a new language is hard and expensive and requires lots of books, private tutors, and courses, right? Wrong. All you need is this sound. That's the sound of Babbel, the science-backed language learning app that's teaching me and millions of others across all age groups how to learn new languages in a way that actually works. And Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons will have you speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Trust me, a subscription to Babbel is like having a language school in your pocket, including lessons, demos, and pronunciation tests that will have you quickly and confidently having conversations in other languages. And just for Who Smarted listeners, there's a special limited time offer. Right now, get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/smarted. Again, this is only for our listeners. Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/smarted. Spelled BABBEL.com/smarted. Rules and restrictions may apply. This message is sponsored by Greenlight. Hey, smarty adults. As you know, Who Smarted is all about teaching young smarty pants about, well, everything. And what better thing for kids and teens to learn about than the value of money? That's why I'm happy to bring you this message sponsored by our friends at Greenlight. Greenlight is a debit card and money app made for families. It's the perfect way for parents to broach the topic of money and help teach their kids and teens how to manage, save, and spend money in a fun, accessible way while still under a watchful eye. I wish I had Greenlight growing up. Seeing how Greenlight has enabled the kids in my family to learn how to budget and make good financial decisions assures me they'll be set up to handle future finances in a really smart way. I can't stress enough what a helpful tool this is. To sign up for Greenlight today and get your first month free, go to greenlight.com/smarted. That's greenlight.com/smarted to try Greenlight for free. Hey, Smarty fans, especially any future entrepreneurs or small business owners listening. I am so excited to speak to you on behalf of our new sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is the place to help you create beautiful websites, engage with your customers or audience, and sell anything from products to content to time. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform that lets you stand out and succeed all on your terms. I've personally used Squarespace to quickly launch websites without needing to hire a whole team or spend a ton of money. Simply put, Squarespace is the easiest, best way to get your website up and running in hours, not weeks. To check out what Squarespace can do for you, go to squarespace.com/smarted to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, go to squarespace.com/smarted to save 10%. Thanks. Now back to Who Smarted. Okay, Becky, if the wind causes waves to bob up and down, how do the tides figure in pulling water towards and away from the shore?
Okay, so unlike the surface waves we talked about, which occur as short-term events, tides are much more of a long-period phenomena caused by the gravitational pull from both the moon and the sun. Because the moon is closest to Earth, it has the greatest impact, literally pulling on the bodies of water that are facing it.
Oh, what we consider high tide.
Exactly. While the waters furthest from the moon experience the opposite effect, known as low tide. Over the course of 24 hours, most coastal locations will observe 2 tidal peaks as well as 2 tidal troughs.
The peak, of course, being the highest point of the sea level, and the trough being the lowest point.
Exactly. And while the waves themselves don't carry water, the water in the ocean is constantly moving thanks to currents, channels, and tides. In fact, if there's nothing to stop it, like land, the water can cross entire ocean basins. This means the water you swim in at the beach could have come from across the world.
Whoa!
And you know what else?
What?
Here comes a huge wave.
I'm all right. Wow, that was a big wave. So how big do the biggest waves get? And where can you find them? Smarty Pants, do you think you know? Here's the hint. Did you say Hawaii? Some of the biggest, most consistent waves on the planet can be found around the islands of Hawaii. That's why it's one of the premier surfing spots on the planet.
But that's not the only place you'll find big waves. Australia, Tahiti, and most notably, Nazaré, Portugal, are known to have produced many of the biggest waves ever recorded, with height estimates of 80 to 100 feet in some instances.
A 100-foot wave? Just thinking about that makes me... A big shout out to Super Smarty fan Connor in Santa Clara, California. I hear you and your family love all the fun facts and the trusty narrator. Hey, thanks, buddy. Keep listening and learning to me and all your friends on Who Smarted. This episode, Ocean Waves, was written by Dave Davis and voiced by Jenna Hoban, Gia Davis, Brylan Olea, and Jerry Colber. Technical direction and sound design by Josh Hang Tan Han. Who Smarted is recorded and mixed at the Relic Room Studios. Our associate producer is Max Wipeout Kamaski. The theme song is by Brian Surfs Up Suarez, with lyrics written and performed by Adam Tex Davis. Who Smarted was created and produced by Adam Tex Davis and Jerry Colber. This has been an Atomic Entertainment production.
Who Smarted?
I wore winter boots every day for 2 years.
I hate climbing trees.
I'm Deborah Goldstein, host of the podcast The Big Fib, and half of those statements were indeed fibs. On every episode of The Big Fib, we bring on two grown-ups. One is an expert and the other is a liar. And it's the job of our human child contestant to help us figure out who is who, because no one can spot a liar better than a kid. We've had episodes on everything from Minecraft to mythology and from Lego to libraries. Join me and my robot co-host Lisa on The Big Fib on Apple Podcasts or on gzmshows.com.